And this is where we get to know that, hey, what I used to call myself is more of a point of view, like a accumulated point of view I'm holding on to, which I call myself. Like a fixed way of looking at things, which is basically the result of all of my conditioning of body mind together and my attachment to it. Now this is an open view. Now who is seeing and what is being seen are not two. This is a magical knowing of the oneness of life, one being of life, by the one being itself, not by some outsider. Welcome every one of you. Very, very nice to have you here, beloved. As we are talking, no, little bit, we can look in this direction that as we are peacefully present here, no, we are joyfully present here, no. There seems to be no problem in life, except in the memory that there will be some problem, no. That when I will get out of this joyfulness, then I will get into that old way of being, or and that time I will face the problems or challenges. No, this is the only thing that seems to be present here right now. There are no actual problems present here, right? Yeah. So this state where we are is the true state of our being. No, we are in our true state of being, where we are joyful. We are naturally strong. Also, no, and we don't have any sense of problem, like that there is a problem in life or something like this. No, it's just that we are not doing anything right now. So this will be tested in a way that, okay, when I will do something in life, then what will happen to this state? No, so that is understood, like that is considered in this what I am sharing. Just allow me to share a little bit. Allow yourself to listen a little bit. It may remove some misunderstanding, or it may highlight some blind spot, and we can see something. No. So where we are right now, nicely sitting, very, very joyful, very peaceful. It's just that back of the mind that I will have to do things in my life, and when I will be doing things, those challenges will come back, those struggles and confusions will come back. No, so that's the only thing in the back of the mind. No, right now. So we peacefully sitting in ourselves, peacefully living ourselves in our true state. This is our true state. No, peacefully living in our true state, and in the back of the mind that, okay, when I will get out of this true state, then I will get into that thing. I will have challenges, no? Isn't it like this? So the only challenge now left for us to have this joyful state forever is that if we can do something, if we can do everything from here also, no? I hope that every one of you will be happy if we can achieve this, no? That I remain in this joyful state of my being and able to do the things in life also. Yes. Because life does come, life events come to us. Like life calls, we have to respond. No? We do respond. No? Just walk with me step by step. Listen, just allow yourself to listen. Something may be seen by you very clearly today, right now. Remain joyful in your true state right now and listen. No? Because if you don't remain joyful, then this what I'm sharing may not be understood by you. Because this what I'm sharing is for the being state, for our true state, not for the person state. No? So person state is the troubled state of being. Our true state is the joyful, untroubled, undisturbed, peaceful state of being, no? Where we are right now. Let us allow ourselves to rejoice in this first of all, and just listen what I'm saying. It just may make so much sense and may resolve something. Like a misunderstanding may be like a knot of some misunderstanding may open up into a clear understanding. So it is not like a guided meditation, but it is also not like a talk. It is something between the guided meditation and a talk, which is happening right now. So it is a guided meditation and it is a talk also. If you can listen to me, while not trying to understand so much, but allowing the understanding to happen while nicely, joyfully sitting in your true state. If you are already able to do it like this, if you are able to do like this, are you also not doing something now from your true state? Have you already not achieved doing something from your true state? No. One step at a time. Not everything of the word of life we will do, but we achieved one step. No? Because we are using the same mind which we use in the practical life. We are using the same mind right now to understand these words which are being spoken. No? But we are just not getting out of our true state. That's the key here. No? From the relaxed, relaxing into our true state, joyfully, nicely. Like that's more important than anything else now. Even if understanding is less, it's okay. I feel we can understand little bit of the 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 way of relaxed doing. No, there is a different way of doings. That is the way of relax. No, doing from the relax. No, like this. And we only have misunderstanding. My own experience says like this, that we have misunderstanding that in the restless way we can do more in life in a certain period of time. However, it is the opposite. In the restless way, we are able to do very less in a certain period of time. We are able to do much more in the restful way, in the way of the relax. No? Yeah. We are knowing these things in the Sangha work, no? So even that is not an excuse for us now. That, oh, I will not be able to do as much as necessary in my life, my like task list. No? I will not be able to complete my task list. No, we can do even much more than that in one day from the relaxed state. No? Then what is in the way actually? What is the lock here? The lock here is there is a tendency in the self for attachment. There is a tendency in the self for attaching itself to either this state or that state. That is the catch here. That is the knot here, which can open up. That if I'm sitting, then I'm just sitting, I'm just doing nothing. Almost like sleeping, basically. Just sitting in our being is not sleeping. It is so energetic, so very damn present, like more present than ever. We are not fully present when we are doing something because our consciousness is divided and spent in doing those things. No, here we are not spending our consciousness in anything. So we are so very present. When we are present, what do we do? When we are not doing anything in this togetherness or in our true state, does not mean that we don't feel or experience life. But now we experience the impersonal version of the same life. No? How actually existence versus world. No? We experience the existence, not the world so much, no? Which we see through the eyes of a person. No? So we very much are experiencing the world right now, but not the personal world. No? So this is the catch. That either I like as if the being is searching for some kind of really rest. That let me find some rest and lie down there and just sleep. And this would be a disappointing discovery for such a state, such a attitude. That satsang or meditation, dhyan, is not a place for this kind of rest. It is not a rest for the person. True state of our being is not a rest for the person. It is a rest from the person. Where in our true state we are able to relax like we are relaxing, rejoicing, and able to function also. It will take time, yes. But what exactly is that which takes time? Core of that which takes time is that we have very strong tendency to attach ourselves to a certain state very quickly. If at all we want to attach, I think our true state is the best place we should attach ourselves to. But true state is not a rigid or fixed state. It's not a frozen state. It's a very flowing, alive state from where we can do so much, like practical life included. There could be some misunderstandings also in the soul, that now I am sitting as myself means I am doing a spiritual activity, and those activities, the task list that I am doing is my like mundane life or personal life or something. But is that also not our own idea we are trying to project onto life, and through this we are dividing into two, isn't it? And then many, isn't it? So the strong tendency to attach ourselves, if now that has been looked deeply and given up in a way, like ignored, that no, I'm not going to attend that tendency to attach myself to the true state also. No, because in the name of trying to stay in our true state, we are trying to stay in the attachment in a way. No, that is the asleep state of the self. No, the self does not need attachment to appreciate its own true being, true state. No, it needs understanding and value for it, not attachment to it. No, attachment is something unconscious. No, who we are is pure consciousness. Why we need support of unconscious tendency? In the beginning, it is very valuable, but where we are right now? No, for the person, it is very useful to kind of try to attach ourselves to some inactive state of our consciousness, or So we are sitting in our true state right now, and we are using our body and mind also. I hope that You are listening to me, not that you have gone you are lost in your deep state of something. Your deep state could be deep state somewhere, but you will be there also, the same one who you are right now here. Would you care about yourself or your state? If you care about yourself, stay here. If you stay here, you will stay in your true state. Your true state is you, not somewhere in you. Do you see what I'm saying? How your state can be in you, like a journey, like a feeling of going deeper. No, your state, true state, will be wherever you go, in the deeper state or in the simple state. No. So, neither in the deeper state of our being nor in the shallow state of our being, but in the true state of our being. No, you know. And in this true state of our being, joy, peace, no disturbance here. There's only peace, only very subtle and intense joy. Intense, it's very intense joy. Subtle, but very intense. No? I just felt like sharing, beloveds, in the beginning like this. I hope that it was useful for all of you to see something. No? Thank you for listening. Anyone can talk to me also now in this relation or any other topic. Yep, Uma.
Namaste ji.
Namaste.
Thank you ji for this beautiful guiding. I, I feel it like I was dependent on when I lost interest in the other experiences, but in the last I had interest in the flavor of my myness, means myself. But here this last dependency also went away. It is feeling like this. I am not dependent. No need to dependency on the flavors to experience my true self. And yet it has its own flavor, blissful, very much, and very subtle but very loud joy.
Yeah, it is actually. I mean, the difference between our own taste and all other taste, all other experiences within ourselves is of the light and darkness. No? Like what we experience in the light and what we experience in the darkness is actually different. No? So it's very different, different experience. You are very good that you are able to notice this. No? This is the taste of freedom also in a way. Freedom, unconditional freedom. It is a taste of unconditional freedom. You know? Meaning it is not a freedom with conditions that if the feelings are like this today or the task list is too big today, then I will not be free. You know? No, I will meet those challenges also. Let's see. But the task list is too big and I'm feeling lazy also, maybe also. But This is independent, unconditional, independent. No? So there is a subtlety of our being or depth of our own being. Subtlety is better idea, better, pointing. That subtlety is unaffected and free. No? And that subtlety is also more of a pointing, not that it is like actually a truth. Because what we are, we are. I would like to say more, not maybe the subtlety of our being, but more when we are free to live ourselves. Then what we experience is ourself, true state, and what we experience, what you are saying, no? Like this. When we are available to ourselves, no? This is the whole key, no? Available to ourselves. The same abilities which experience life as a person, the same abilities when withdrawn back to ourselves, are able to, they enable us to experience ourselves, no? Yeah. And let us not underestimate or ignore the value of experiencing ourselves. Because it is important to experience ourselves. Because at first, that when we are living as a person, individual self like this, the first, the only way we know of knowing anything is through experiencing. No? Or we will think about it, which is better. No? It is better to experience something than to think about it. No? Like we will have deeper knowing of it through experiencing, I feel. But in the name of experiencing ourselves, mostly we are experiencing some state of ourselves only. Here we can kind of relive the state of ourselves, no? Because there is something called a state of our energies of body mind, no? They are going to be in certain state at any point of time or not. Body is not so healthy today, or body is very healthy today. Mind is little cluttered today, or mind is very clear today. Heart is little cluttered or very clean and flowing. All the other energy together are a environment of energy, a state of energies. No? So these are a state of energies. What is our state? As we can sit in our true state, our wisdom wakes up and we are able to see that this is my true state and this is the state of energies of the body mind. No? It's not my state. And together is what we call normally my state. No? Together in the sense that our attachment. No. Let us try to live this attachment part one more time, Uma, that our attachment, let's say, to our body-mind energy state, no, will not allow us to live our true state. No. Yes. Because we will feel that how can I live my true state while my present state is not a good state? I have to come to a good state right now, no? Because body-mind energies are not in a good state, not producing a good experience overall. No? So we feel no, this has to be a good state first, and then only I can listen that okay, there is something deeper than this. No? And not only this, Uma, this attachment part plays even when we are attached to our true state also. When we are attached to our true state, no? We indirectly or unknowingly, we develop sort of a resistance for the state of body-mind energies. Resistance, like enmity. We become like an enemy of body-mind energies. They are innocent. They are just exactly the way they are. Either they are producing a very good experience, or kind of good, or kind of not so good, or bad. But that's what they are able to produce right now. If we want to change the experience produced by the body-mind energy, something has to be done about it. No? But it doesn't mean that we are dependent on it in order for us to live our true state. No, we are free, actually. You know what I mean? And this is the most difficult part of waking up. That I'm not feeling nice today. I'm not feeling good right now. How can you say that I'm in my true state? Actually, you are not feeling good, which is the experience produced by energy from your true state. We are never out of our true state, by the way. So there is no way we can get out of our true state. There is no way. There is just no way we can get out of our true state ever. Because our true state and ourself is the same thing. But there is something called our focus or our attention. When our attention is playing, continuously engaged and attached to the energies of body mind and the experience produced by it as a central experience, no? Then we are not in a way free to live our true state. And then we report that, what are you saying, that I am in my true state already, I don't feel that. It is not that we have to change ourselves, or it is not that we have to change the state of energies. Something else needs to be changed. No? Understanding. No? Like, wow, that's amazing. Like we have sort of a preconceived idea, but not at the level of mind, but more subtle. You know, at a subtle level, we have feeling, understandings playing inside us, and we are not noticing that. No? Like a very subtle belief in the consciousness, no? Like what we call imprints, samskar. No? So, but thank you, Uma. Very, very nice that you are able to. Like in another simple way, we can look at it that as if when we are sitting in ourselves right now, in our silence, in our joy, in the true state of our being, as if we are continuously rejecting something or the other of our body mind. We are continuously rejecting. Why? Have we thought about it? Why we are rejecting? You know, this is what I'm trying to point out. I will not go in detail of it. This is more of a topic of contemplation. No? But why we are reject? Like, are you 100% in love with yourself? 100% of everything of your body mind. Are you in love with everything of your body mind right now? Then you are in heaven, no? Or no? And beloved, the ego, false self, sleep, or anything we call it, will not survive here. Only truth of everything as it is. Truth of everything as it is. No? Yeah? Now here there is no pending work left, Uma, if you notice. No pending work left. Spiritual work I am talking about. This is absolute completeness. So the work of spirituality basically is somehow that to find some way, some tool, how I can see the truth as it is. And more importantly, why I don't see the truth as it is. Because truth is always as it is. Truth is not changing. Why I don't see it as it is? No, that's the actual, that should be the actual investigation. Why I don't see the truth as it is? What is stopping me from seeing the truth as it is? Because as if we are not ready to accept it, as if we are rejecting it in some way, no? As if we are rejecting. Why we are rejecting the truth? I am not saying that accept the truth is same as accept the truth as it is right now and continue living with it. No, change as you want. Anything and everything of your life, you are the boss. You are the master of your life, creator of your life. Change as you want. But what is the point in rejecting it? Is there any point in rejecting it? And verbally, intellectually we can say that, yeah, you are right, but we will still continue rejecting it from the deeper levels. Why? So that is the deeper sleep in the present, in the being that we are. Like some scar, like imprints. Like we talk about being watchful, no? Watchful or being conscious of our thoughts. No, we talk about this kind of thing also. So are we conscious of our nice thoughts only? Or are we conscious of our bad thoughts also, evil thoughts also? No? When the evil thought happens, are we equally peaceful and still, and from that stillness watching our thoughts? Or we feel shaken? If yes, if we feel shaken by the evil thought, why we feel shaken? It could be that this thought can pull me, so that makes sense to be alert. That okay, I will not be pulled into it. But no, there is something more than that also. We don't like it. How dare a evil thought can pass through my mind? No? And this attitude that my mind is allowed to have only, like, my mind is a passage only for good thoughts. This itself is a thought or a belief, subtle belief, no, in the soul, no? And it will not let us see the reality of thoughts as they are. And unless we see the reality of thoughts as they are, we cannot see what they give us, what they can give us, and what they cannot. What is the strength and the weakness of thought? And same for feelings. Like feelings is much more than that, actually, no? Much deeper. Feelings are much deeper. Thought is like nothing compared to the strength of the feeling, no? Do you see what I'm saying? So this is not really so simple that okay, I should come to the true state of my being and I should be able to stay there all the time. Actually, yes. Technically, on like theoretically, yes. But practically, and by the way, during this time when we are talking, I'm sharing with you, you are listening, what we call just sitting or just sitting meditation is happening continuously. No? Because neither I'm trying to talk more, nor I'm trying to talk less. Neither I'm trying to listen less, nor I'm trying to listen more of what you are saying. No? And I sense somehow, Uma, that you are also doing something very similar. You are sitting nicely in your true state and allowing the speaking and looking to happen. No? It's so nice. No? So very good. Thank you, Uma. Very nice talking to you.
Thank you so much. It is very beautiful. Everyone can be sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice. I clearly feel that practice is like, I myself done a lot of practice, of awareness, no? Awareness practice of awareness, or how to say, like trying to be aware of the body movement, thought movement, feeling movement, and everything. Not like 1 hour a day, but like 24 hours, as long as we could do, no, like this, until we used to fall asleep. No? And somehow I feel this is not the way to defeat the ego. Meaning it is useful, very, very useful. It is very useful to show us that how much bigger is the hell in which we are living. But it is not capable of showing us the meaning, generally speaking. Meaning when we do it ourselves. No, I'm talking about that model where we do it ourselves without without a alive guidance of a teacher. No. Then this practice is actually able to show us much more the wrongdoings that we are doing. It's not able to show us the beauty of who we are. So I feel we can continue this approach if it appeals to us, because this appeals to the mind a lot, because it gives us more power. I know more now, I see more now. And I am more miserable now. I feel that parallelly we should also focus on joy, what I call joy of the being. Because that is that is like, like the best tool or weapon in a way for ego. Because ego cannot give joy. As simple as this. In one way or the other, it will bring us to suffering, bring us to struggle, bring us to confusion. Like, if I cannot fight with anybody today, let me fight with myself. My things, this is not okay. Like complain, like trying to bring us back to the struggle, problem, complain. Something is not okay. Like this. So there is no answer of joy in the pockets of ego. Ego has no answer to joy. This is where the ego becomes quiet. Ego means ego, tendency, state, whatever we call it. No, it becomes quiet now. Like, oh. Although many of us are fooled by the same ego also, when we believe the promises of mind for joy. And that's where I'm trying to share with all of you that joy should not be achieved in future. It can be experienced right now. So this is also cancelled now. That if I can experience joy right now, why I should wait for tomorrow? And why I should go through a process? I'm talking about the fundamental joy, not the joy of playing. Like, we can play, but when we are feeling no joy in our being, that time Dhyan and Satsang is so much more useful. Like, we can continue our spiritual journey for whatever reason we are doing it. Because spiritual journey for me actually is not a spiritual journey as such. It is that tendency in the soul, like a restlessness in the soul to do something. It will do something, no? But if the soul want to know itself or want to be peaceful, right now it is possible. And it is always possible right now. What to do? Let go of your attachment to the restlessness which is creating the tendency to go somewhere and do something. Let go of it right now. But I am nothing without that. Yes, that's your truth. You are a nothingness. You are like a emptiness. A being which is not having any form or anything mixed with it. Pure, you're pure being. The restlessness is also actually not fundamental in a way. It is being created by energies also, because energies are not balanced. Try to understand balance of energy. Balance of energy is like there is something which has to lean either on the left or on the right. And if it can come to absolute balance, then it will not be leaning on the left or on the right. So there will be no pull. No pull means no sense of moving. Like there will be no feeling to move anywhere. No. So when the energies are fully balanced, and which is a very, very rare thing to happen, I think, in this life. So those energies are trying to pull themselves in one direction or another direction. So that restlessness will be there, always there. But we are as if we are hypnotized or asleep and not noticing that, but I can detach myself from it. Like it's okay to balance my energies when needed, but it's not okay to continue living in that restlessness or movement, sense of movement all the time. This time is for satsang. This time for satsang is time for myself. No? We can detach ourselves from it, no? You know what I mean? Detaching ourselves from it, from this restlessness created by the imbalances of energy, which is like a regular thing, daily business. It's not going to be finished so easily, no? Detaching ourselves from it is kind of coming back to our true state of being, no? True state of our being. This is joyful, peaceful. You know? I hope all of you are living it also as simply as I'm sharing with you. Not going deep somewhere in some state or something, no. Because again, that's going to be like, even if you feel very quiet right now and you feel like just keeping in, like, living in the silence or closed eyes, just check who this activity is serving. Is it serving that restlessness, like a like a water bell, no, empty bell, or is it serving you? No, this empty well cannot be filled by anything. We will keep balancing the energies or anything and everything together in the body mind, and it will keep showing us that how much more is possible to be balanced. So there is nothing wrong in balancing the energy. It's a beautiful thing to do if we feel inspired. No, it's like being healthy at a altogether different level. A different level of holistic health. And then from there we see that another level of holistic health is possible, and then another level. It's like this, keep going on like this. No? Just to give you a glimpse of what I mean, that when I was a very, very young, no, that time there was something, some sickness or something like this. Maybe feeling weak or something. I went to one of my grandfather who was a Ayurvedic doctor. He said, "You look like old man or something." And he was actually an old man, and he used to look like a young man, no? Like very bright, like pink, cheeks and everything. He said that when you get up in the morning, you should get up like a flower opens up, like so light, not like where is my coffee, where is my chai, not like this. So this degree of health in the body was normal in the small towns and villages that time, no? But is it so now? It is not, no? That hey, you wake up so like a light, like a flower in the morning, no? Like, oh, okay, let's do the thing. Not like it takes few minutes or 1 or 2 hours for us to get back to normal. You know what I mean? And I could correlate with what he was saying. I said, I'm just feeling weak. That's why I'm not like this. Like this, if physical body level can have so many higher and higher possibilities, why not holistic health can have so many higher possibilities like this? But it doesn't mean that we have to wait for it to be fixed in order to live in our pure being. No? And it also does not mean that these are the same thing. No, these are two different things. If we want to experience ourselves, we are free to experience ourselves at any point of time in any state of body, mind, energies. But if we want to enjoy the life also through the body, mind, a certain degree of balancing or health, holistic health, is always a good idea. It's like it's a good idea to have healthy legs if we love to walk, no, on the beach or in the mountains. No? It's a good idea to have healthy legs, no, and back also, healthy back also, no, backpack, little bit day pack or something, no. So thank you, thank you. Please, anybody else can talk also. Joy, you want to talk?
Yes, Namaste Ji.
Namaste.
I will keep receiving lots of joy from you, from your side.
You are
And
you
lots
are
of,
you are receiving.
yeah, receiving lots of joy from you.
How nice is
Not
that?
too much, not so much joy inside. So I like to come in front of you.
Ah, how wonderful. No? Joey, I noticed that our attitude also plays a big role here. Attitude is like our preference for paying attention. You know, like a sort of a deeper level of preference in the mind, and which decides what we will pay attention to more and what we will ignore more. You know, that attitude also plays a role here. Like some being may be like, my body is kind of not so healthy today. I have to go fetch some vegetables, no, from the market. I don't have umbrella, and it's kind of raining also a little off and on. You know, so the no conditions are favorable, no. But I'm alive and I'm free. You know? The attitude is here, focusing on what is more valuable, what is more joyful or something. No, this is something also plays a big role inside us. There is sort of a attitude playing inside us in the mind. You know, as our that attitude changes from seeing the ugly more to seeing the beauty more inside us. No? It doesn't mean that we will remain limited to this way of seeing beauty only. No, but that at least can make us free from the attachment or the fixation of seeing the ugliness, and our life can be beautiful, like the experience. You know what I mean? And then beyond that, beyond these both, is our true place of being, where we are not trying to see the beauty only in life, or we are not bound to see the ugliness more than the beauty also. No, we live the beauty of our being and the joy of our being more than anything else. You know, because this seems to be the biggest showstopper for many people, biggest deal breaker for many people. That if I live in the joy of my being, I will not be able to enjoy anything else, or I will not be able to live life. No, why not? Why? What will stop us from that? No? We think that living ourselves is just another experience. Like experiencing myself versus experiencing the world. No, it's not that. Living ourself or knowing ourselves has to kind of come to the point where we start living as ourselves, no? And then from here anything and everything can be lived, no? So this is a big deal breaker for many beings, that I will not be able to live my life. I feel we will be able to live our life much more intelligently. Like there are two models of living life. One is working and reworking. No, work and rework. Rework means trying to correct the mistakes. This is one model. Another model is working and working and working and working. Like less and less rework, less and less correction required, more sustainable, expandable life, like life which expands more and more, not just that which loops in just a small circle. No, which one is better? As a person, we just live that life mostly, no, where we keep doing things and undoing, doing and undoing. As a being, we can live a very a life like a flower, like a tree, where if when a flower opens up, the branch, the connected bigger branch, and the biggest branch, and the trunk does not have to disappear. It's not like either or; both can live together. No? All of it is present, isn't it? Our being is our root of life, of body, of mind, of everything. No? Why it would be against the energies? No? Our misunderstandings are against our own body, mind, and life. I feel more than this idea that our true self is against life and energies. No? But obviously, our true state of being will be against, in one way or the other, against the way of the person, which is the way of sleep, not living, which is the way of not living. Sleep means not living, no? Only imagining or dreaming. No? Like sitting on the beach, having a cup of tea, nice breeze, nice view. Some people are, doing this kite surfing, and some other are normal surfing and everything. People are walking so beautiful. And we are lost in the imagination of the beach and the ocean. Will it make any sense? No, it will not actually. When the beach is there, or ocean is right here, why to imagine or think about it? No. And beloveds, are you are you sure that you are not making such a mistake even right now? You are here, no? You exist or not? Then do you need to think about yourself or imagine about yourself? Are you sure that you are not thinking about yourself or imagining about yourself in order to know who you are? Why you need to think about yourself to know who you are? You are right here. Directly meet it. Like a ocean, like meeting the ocean and the beach, isn't it? This directly meeting is what is just sitting, the being mode. Not thinking about yourself, actually meeting yourself. No? Rejoicing actually in yourself, not just meeting like a task. Like, okay, meeting happened, bye bye. Not like this, no? Rejoicing in yourself. It's not a task to be yourself or to be in yourself. It's not a task really, no? Like, okay, task done. Now let me go to my next task or next meeting. No? It is the highest joy of the being that we are, to sit as myself, as yourself, no? Highest joy. Sometimes so much contentment that one feels like no interest in anything else. Sometimes. Does not mean that that being is against any activity of life or body, mind or anything. Not at all. It's just that the interest is more for the true state and beauty of the being. No? Thank you. Thank you. Very nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Keith. Now I feel like sitting here very much comfortably. Just only listen to you fully.
It is what we are learning, uh, in a way. Like, this is a strange thing, but we are learning to sit as ourselves. Before that, maybe we are learning to sit in ourselves also, because we have the feeling that myself is some kind of space inside me. So I have to close my eyes and go deep in that, and which is okay, makes sense. Like, it works basically in the beginning, but ultimately we are sitting as ourselves. No? And the impulses are there, old impulses are there. Impulse basically is not like a movement of energy inside us. It is more our old attachment or relation with it. Like, when this kind of feeling comes, then I have to move. When anything else comes, then I have to move. These things I can ignore. This I cannot. So this is the impulse, like a old attachment is playing inside us, and we are just trying to watch that. No, I'm not going to move. Even if this happens, I will not move. Even if that happens, I will not move. And like this, we are letting that old attachment or relation with the energy mind movement die by itself. We are not trying to kill it while we are enjoying the beauty of our being. No? It is a very good deal then, no? Then meditation is a very good deal then, if understood well. No, if understood correctly, it's a very good deal then. No? Like living as yourself, as the true self that you are, as the living in our true state, while letting the false state or our attachment to it die by itself. No? Like our living in the light of our being, while letting the attachment to the darkness die by itself. No? Our attachment to the darkness is what pulls us out of our true state. No? It can be, it's a very good thing then. It's a very, very win-win situation then. No? Thank you, thank you. So very good. Please, anybody else also can talk.
Thank you very, very much, Ji. Today I feel like each word, single word is for me, and it's like you open all secret of my mistake, and just like the poll khol diya. So it's like that, and I'm very happy to see this, where I made a mistake, and it is so beautiful to see this. And I'm very, very happy to say to this. Thank you.
It is very beautiful actually. We are same being. We have same wisdom actually. We may not have the same intelligence of the mind, or intellectual, understandings, or capabilities of the mind, but we are the same being. We have same wisdom. We can so simply understand truth, and we can so simply appreciate it and live it when it is clearly understood that what is the mistake I'm making. Because we feel it is going to be either or, either the word or the truth. The word and truth both are our declaration, seen from a place of being where we either know ourselves or don't. The more we know ourselves or live as ourselves, the more clearly we see what we see exist. No? It's not about what exists. It's not about what we see, what we experience. It's about who we are. How clean our eyes are, no? Or how stable our seeing is. Who will be a stable seer in, let's say, untroubled seer is a stable seer or not? Are you an untroubled seer? Are you a peaceful seer? No. That's why joyfulness is more important. No? If somehow we can together come to joyfulness of your being, then the mind model or ego model does not have anything to offer to us. At least after some time, at least we can see this clearly that no, mind promises to give a bigger, higher, more intense happiness, but it only promises. I never get that really. But when I sit in myself, just simply sitting, I immediately connect to the joy. No? So thank you. Very, very nice.
And this more and more highlight in day-to-day life also, this catch there where I am attached and want to change that state. And suddenly, like, first I got, then when I said, no, I'm in trouble, it means I want to change it. So why not I leave it like as it is? So then it's remind me and I'm back and I'm so happy to see them. Yes. Thank you very much. This giving this understanding and this eyes to see this. Thank you.
I think what you are trying to say, maybe let me say a little more about it because it's not so clear to everyone. I don't think you are talking about changing anything. You are talking about something else. You are talking about your attitude in a way which is noticed by you. Sometimes that sort of a impulse comes from unconsciousness or unawareness of about yourself that want to change something. So you are not talking about movement of life. You are not talking about changing of anything. You are talking about desire to change it from the wrong place. That's what you are talking about. Yes. Desire to change anything from the right place is perfect. Because that's what is going on right now. You are in the market doing some work, in the house doing something. It is gelling very nicely well. And then you notice that no, this kind of energy flow or this kind of tendency is not gelling well with this clarity of and the joy and the beauty and the truth of myself. No, this is what you are talking about. Yeah, it is noticed. Life movement, no, and aliveness. We should understand. No? The more life movement, the more aliveness felt. No? If somebody want to feel dead, then we should stop moving in life. No? I mean, if somebody want to feel dead in the body-mind level, then only we should stop moving in life. No? Otherwise, we should keep flowing in life. No? Body, mind, everything. If we want to feel more alive, more flow necessary. No? Because it is really like this. Electricity is not like a thing, like stored somewhere that is given to us like a pipe. The electric wires are not really pipes. No, it is something else. When that electricity flows, then only it is called electricity. No? In the same way, when life flows, then only it is called alive. No? That way. So the aliveness and the flow of life cannot be against truth of who we are. It is not actually. Misunderstandings are. In a way, we are against ourselves in a way, in unknowingly. No? Nobody else and nothing else fundamentally. I mean, there could be people, but that is a very separate story at individual level, which could be a factor that somebody is against you for some reason. But mostly, why anybody would bother to be against me? We have our own time. No? We have our own thing to do. And mostly because of our misunderstandings. Like, it is like, if it is asked, like let's say somebody is troubled, no? Like, hey, are you troubled? Oh yeah, I am troubled. Why you are troubled? Mostly the answer will not come so easily. I'm just troubled. And then maybe, okay, I'm troubled because my phone is not working nicely. Okay, so what do you want? And then you will not be troubled. And even there we don't have clarity. And then what happens is that we are not clear about what we really want or what will make us contented, and we keep desiring. And we keep moving through those desires. And we keep creating that life which is going to make us unhappy more and more. And that's how we become unhappy more and more in life. No? Do you see? Even if God comes, let's say, the understanding of God like a person, like an individual, in a form or something, and ask like that, okay, or let's say not God, some genie comes out of the bottle, and we have seen this in so many movies that those who are granted 3 wish, they mostly waste it. Their life becomes worse than before because they are not clear about what they want. Our life is that genie, by the way. Be careful, my friend, before wishing anything. No? Those who are wise, they wish less, they see more, they are present more, and they live more, what they already have, rather than desiring for more. No? Thank you. I think this also highlights something together, no? For all of us. No?
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Our wisdom, something to be understood, is not really like a special wisdom. Our wisdom is the only wisdom we have. It just has to become more refined. Then we are able to see that this thought which is passing through me right now is useful for me. Like a reminder, oh, something I have to do, or no, it is not. This feeling which is going through me right now is very beautiful, and it is in line with my existence and my unified life out of my undivided being, or no, it is not. It is our wisdom, no, which decides, and it is still, even right now, it is deciding. It's just that it is not so refined yet. What is the way to refine it? Meditation is the way, no? Just sitting, meaning sitting in our own being. Our wisdom somehow becomes free from the influences of the past. It becomes neutral, pure wisdom, like pure intelligence. No? Then we are ourselves able to see our mistakes, if there are any, no? And then they fall away, meaning we stop doing them. No? And life is found to be so beautiful, actually, surprisingly, for everyone, even if it looks like not a life of achievements or anything. So amazing, actually. Because achievement or no achievement, somebody, if we can be present in life, we will be grateful even to exist. That I'm grateful to exist. And it is not something we have learned from somewhere. It comes directly from our being. That thank you. And we don't know who we are thanking. Like, to whom I'm thanking, I don't know. Thank you, my source or something. Like, there has to be some source, no, from where I came. So, hey, thank you, source. Or I know directly my Guruji. Hey, thank you, Guruji. Like this. But I thank you. I'm thankful. I'm grateful that I am. You know. And now everything else is more and more bonus. Like, more and more. Like, you are already rich and you are given more and more and more and more. You know. So it's not really connected to accomplishments in terms of possessions, like things which we can control or we can have in life. It's about opening our eyes, waking up. Very, very nice. Thank you, beloved. So, yeah, anybody else can also talk to me if you want. Um, Chris, you want to talk?
Rajee.
Hello, Chris.
I just feel like connecting with you. Just this sense of living the here-ness of, yeah, just being here with you. Yeah.
Chris, this being here has so much potential. Let us try to realize it more and more right now. You know? Because this being here will require us to appreciate this being here. No? Now let's not maybe discuss so much that who we are, who is going to appreciate it. Just simply, okay, let us appreciate being here more. But it will take something from us. It cannot be that we remain same as we are, we continue giving value to everything as we are giving value to, and then we can appreciate this. No. It will take something from us. What is that? Actually, it will take everything from us. Meaning we will have to withdraw our attention from everything else. To just live this. This may feel like a letting go to some, whereas actually it is not. It is like letting go of our preferred state in a way, which we may define as ourself. This is myself, which actually is our preferred state. And if that preferred state is ourself, and obviously ourself is true and permanent self, then do you need to maintain it? You don't need to know. If you don't need to maintain it, don't maintain it. Let us live the here-ness only. Let us be consumed in living the here-ness. That's all I'm saying. Whatever way it comes to us. But in this here-ness, Chris, we cannot survive as an individual self. Truth is here. And we are here as truth. We are here as what remains here now. No? We are here as this here-ness, this now-ness, this is-ness. No? That's what I mean, that it has a lot of potential. This here-ness, no? It has a lot of potential. But in a more simplified way, just appreciating means enjoying this here-ness. Because here-ness is obviously here, no? Not anywhere else. So making an effort is missing it. Making any effort to search for here-ness, to check for here-ness is missing it actually. Not making any effort, being available to this here-ness, no? Yeah? It's like a way we will learn slowly, and right now we are living it together, no? Like what can I do with this here-ness? You cannot do anything with it. I cannot do anything. We cannot do anything with it. But it can reveal something. It can reveal the truth. So this is what is being available to it. We are available to it now. No? Are we thinking about it? Are we trying to feel it? Yeah, we can just notice these things. If you don't feel the here-ness, will it not be here? No, still it will be here. No? So try not to feel it and see whether it is still here or not. Because we are then, otherwise we are limiting ourselves to being an experiencer only, that Only if I can experience the here-ness, then only I can know whether here-ness is here or not. This is how we are living as a separate self also. Would you like to allow the truth to be revealed as it is, regardless of whatever we have known so far, whether it matches with that or not? That's what I'm saying actually. Meaning, this truth, let's say, revealed now, and makes no sense to you. Like, you have no language in the mind to understand anything of it at all. Like, it just simply, you're not able to map it to any size that, okay, this is like 1 million kilometer wide or something. Like, this measurement is not working here of the mind. Would you be still interested in it? What we call, mostly what we call, report as emptiness. This is that emptiness. No? It's not empty at all. It's just empty of ideas or beliefs, or the believer basically. It is empty of the believer, no? The false self. This is truth. The body is still here. Thoughts are still here. You know, your earphone is still here. Remember, through which you are listening to me, no? But somehow it is something very different now. Like it is part of the here-ness. The body is here. The ability to listen is here. But it is somehow part of the here-ness, no? Like inseparable part of it. No? It's not separated, no? The experience and the experiencer also. No? It's just one thing. It's just one thing, no? This one thing is called the truth, no? The key is to be present and not do anything. The doing somehow bring us into a certain form, certain shape. No, remaining free from shape, formlessly, present. This just sitting meditation fundamentally is inactive alertness, inactive awareness, or presence, no? Just present, but not doing anything. Yeah. Learning to be here, but not doing anything. No. Learning to appreciate the here-ness without doing anything with it, particularly. And allowing everything to be revealed, lived, known, experienced by us. You know what I mean? And this is where we get to know that, hey, what I used to call myself is more of a point of view. Like an accumulated point of view I'm holding on to, which I call myself. Like a fixed way of looking at things, which is basically the result of all of my conditioning of body-mind together and my attachment to it. Now this is an open view. Now who is seeing and what is being seen are not two. This is a magical knowing of the oneness of life, one being of life. By the one being itself, not by some outsider. Isn't it amazing, Chris? This is that ocean in which we as a drop can melt and do melt also. At some point we will not come back. We will not resurrect as a soul, as a drop anymore. We will allow ourselves to live as this one. The consciousness of the body at the body-mind level will come back, which will form in the individual. No? But there is nobody living through that anymore. Or this oneness is living through that now. And the oneness is very happy to live as individual. Oneness does not feel suffocated because the sky does not feel suffocated when it lives as a particular cloud, because it lives simultaneously as the sky also, no? So living as the true self and as the individual self both at the same time, like this. Not all the time. Natural state is more the true self or the one being state, but during the day activity happens, and you know, and the fears will fall away more and more here. Fear of doing activities, no? Because it will be known that I don't lose myself ever. I cannot. I'm exactly the same. Like, as long as we hold on to anything, we will lose. You know, as long as we hold on to ourself as truth or anything, or whether even if we hold on to true knowledge or anything, we will lose it. That day we will stop holding on to anything. We will remain. We will remain as what we are actually. So this is that, you know, this much it takes, Chris, to wake up fully. This much it takes to wake up fully, no? As who we are. No? Like it takes everything in a way. It doesn't take everything of anything of life or body mind really. It takes ourself. What we take ourselves to be, this knowing ourselves takes that. Little bit of a word play also here. Pun intended. But do you see? So when our favorite way of being is a individual self, then we will experience this beauty and will return back. And at some point, our favorite way of being will be this undivided one being. Then we will stay like this. Because to stay like this, effort is not necessary. Interest is necessary, not effort. To stay as that, interest and effort both are necessary. To stay as an individual, we need interest and effort also. Because that's something we are maintaining. Let us try to notice. We are maintaining it, like creating and then maintaining like a energy ball, like energy form between our hands, not in our hands, but just between somewhere in the air, maintaining it like this continuously. And who we are without those efforts, and this is what we are. I hope that Chris, this is you are. I feel you are able to live this, or no?
Yes, thank you so much, Rajee, for being here with me.
Thank you. It's my joy also to live this truth with you, beloved. It is so beautiful. And this is where your wisdom is waking up. The highest wisdom is waking up, which will survive actually indirectly, even when you will come back to the form, to the individual self state. It will survive in some way. Like it will make your individual self wisdom more wise or more bright in a way, and you will be able to see things there that like somehow the spell will start shattering, dissolving somehow by itself. Like everything somehow will start turning into truth. Everything will start turning into truth. Everything. Like no division, no discrimination. Everything. When everything will become truth, how you will be able to lose it? Where you will go to lose it? That's why our true state, as such, when we know, is also not really complete freedom. Because it is like in opposition to some other state. Our no state is our true state in a way. Which is a much deeper understanding which takes place in the being, and that's what we call waking up more deeply, clearly understanding. Thank you, beloved. This was very nice. Very, very nice. Prajot, you want to talk?
Ji, namaskar.
Namaste.
Ji, I wanted to come forward and I wanted to say thank you for this beautiful meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, beloved. Um, 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 Thank you, Prajot. Thank you. Anybody else can talk to me also? I think some time is still left. No? Yeah. Ines, you want to talk?
Hello, Rajee.
Hello, Ines.
I also want to thank you for this meeting today, and I can relate a lot to the topic which you are sharing. And I also have to say that my own experience, I was for a long time trying to recreate the experience of being or holding on, very attached to these states and feelings, experiences, etc. And it was not easy to discern, that it's attachment and not true.
Hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not that we cannot create that experience of being. If you want, I can tell you the methods. But question is it worth? This is the question. No? Because will it not be your own creation? How you can be your own creation? You know? It is like you go to some place where somebody has died or something. You're not related to that being directly, but you're trying to be sad, right? And suddenly the relative of that being comes, and then you have to actually express in words, and you're trying to feel sympathy and that all okay in life, maybe, as and when we feel whatever is suitable for us. But this kind of approach should not be in the direction of who we are. It should be more flat that, okay, if I'm empty of joy, let it be so. But let me know that whether I'm empty of joy or not. And those beings who dare to face the truth, they only experience joy. Because joy is just ready to burst out of you the moment you are ready to accept the truth of who you are. Because joy cannot be achieved, joy of being cannot be achieved through efforts. But also, the joy of our being cannot be experienced in the sleep. Sleep, we need to be present. No? So this present and not doing anything is what is just sitting meditation. Present, not sleeping. We're not doing anything else. What we feel is the joy of the being and the being itself. And we simply know that, I'm this thing which is here. Mind will take some time in getting adjusted here, in the sense that it will take time in understanding what just happened. Like why I became so joyful suddenly, when actually I gave up everything in a way. But it is you, the being, understanding in your own way, actually. That, this is my mistake, which I made last time. I feel it's very good, no? It is also one thing, I'm just feeling one thing, so I'm sharing with you. Maybe it is applicable, useful for you or not, for somebody else. It is very possible to feel troubled energetically, because the energy of the body mind are carrying a lot of memory. Memory means mostly it is memory of suffering, like a trauma, no? And it is possible to feel troubled by it. Like a bitter experience being produced every morning you wake up in the morning. It is possible. And mostly we don't notice it because we are living as very small portion of consciousness, as what we call conscious mind in the beginning. But as soon as our consciousness opens up more, we notice, oh my God, there's so much pain. Like this, it is felt also. But it does not mean that we should work on it or we should not work on it. No, this is something as a fact. But there is something directly available to us, pure joy of our being, actually. And so much, this joy, so much, like rather than feeling filled by this pain created by the memories of the soul, we can fill ourselves with the joy of our being, actually. So much so that we will just not feel anything of this. Meaning we'll feel only when we come to the body-mind level and do something. And we can do something about it, like whatever we feel suitable. And the best thing will be to live this from the place of our being. This is the best healing, by the way. Healing means removing the imprints from the consciousness. Not healing like you said something bad to me, say sorry to me. Not like this. And not even like this that, okay, I forgive you. Not even like this. Not even like this. Just irrelevant. This whole thing is irrelevant to me now. Past is irrelevant to me. Like this soul feels at some point when living it in its own pure. Like this is important now for me. What happened, happened. And you can fill yourself with the light and the truth and the joy of your being so much that everything is somehow transformed in that environment into a very holistic, healthy being of body, at every level of body mind also. That even that pain and emotional pain and even sometimes, like the physical imbalances or whatever, it's just not there anymore. Like you're so full of, like to live life, like so full, but not in the old way, but not rooted towards the goals, unconscious goals or desires, but more rooted in yourself. More rooted in yourself. I hope you heard me well. Yeah. So I just felt like sharing, beloved, in case it is useful for you or anybody else. But thank you for talking to me. Very nice. We mostly are a reminder for each other to be a person and miserable, full of problems or things like this. Let us be a reminder for each other that we are truth, that we are so joyful, we are so free, actually. We are not free to do whatever we want, but we are free to be joyful. No. We are free to be true, truth. Let us be a reminder for each other like this when we meet. Hey, how are you? Like this. Thank you, beloved. So, Habji, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste, beloved.
Can you hear me well? Because I just realized the network is not that good here.
I can hear you very well.
First of all, I just wanted to thank you so much because I didn't expect that I'll be here for today's meeting. I thought I might miss it and have some guests around, and I thought I'd quickly, sneak in and take your blessing. And I just entered when the guided meditation was happening, and I was just thanking you so much for it because you just loved, your this guiding with this, and then your talk right now with the NS also. So I have no words to express this Guru Prasad which I've got. Thank you, Lord. I love you.
Love you, beloved, very, very much. Thank you. Actually, the thing is that this environment of satsang is a very beautiful place. Actually, in a way, it is a healing place. In a way, it is not. So it's not a healing place for the person. It is a healing place for the being. Healing itself from the past. Which will take away many things actually, which may or may not take away the pain of the body or those kind of things, but it will definitely make us empty. Empty like innocent, like a newborn. Like, wow. Like if you are a newborn right now, full of wonder, but empty of past memories. How will you meet body pain? How you will meet any other struggle of body mind? Are you like when we don't have memory, does it mean that we don't have intelligence? Actually, it's totally wrong. We have complete wisdom here. We can so clearly understand everything as it is. Like everything fits so nicely universally. Universally, everything fits so nicely. Maybe it doesn't fit nicely personally, as a person. So for that, training will take place, maybe. Or training does take place for a child. But sitting in the purity of our being, we are sitting in the pure wisdom of our being. Then let's see, okay, my body is not healthy, my mind is not, like whatever, And those things, if can be fixed by your presence, will be fixed many things. And what cannot be, you will clearly know that, okay, I need to take help from this expert and that. Like we will clearly feel, okay, it's a really body thing. Let me go and take help. But you will not be troubled more than that anymore. We are troubled emotionally, psychologically much more by the physical problems of the body than the physical problem itself. So allow my love for you to fill your being with this love that we are. We are this love. It's not my or yours. We are this love. We are this truth. Let yourself be filled with the beauty and the joy of your being, so that there is no sense of sadness or like feeling down or anything. Like fully bright and alive and excited. While there could be a broken finger or something, like some problem is there in the body, can be taken care of. When we are living as ourselves, we are excited to live as ourselves also. We are not waiting to die. No, not really. When we are excited to live, why our body will not become healthy very quickly? Yeah, very, very nice. I don't know, but just some feeling came to share like this, beloved. But I think you can connect to this, which we are talking in our code language. I feel it's a very, very beautiful meeting. Let us continue living in this joy, no? In this truth that we are, no? With all the humbleness and love in my heart, I'll share with you one simple thing, and maybe some of you can understand this, or all of you. Comic, no, comics that we read. I read one comic, Laurel and Hardy comic. They go to this carnival where they go to one, this hammer. You strike the hammer, and the this thing goes up to see how much strength you have. And when they strike it, it broke. The whole machine broke and fell apart. And they were like, "Wow, how strange is that?" Then they went to some water sports, and there was no water. Like they were knee deep water and like this. Then they went to a giant wheel, no? And it got stuck, and they were hanging in the air. And they had so much fun. They just enjoyed so much, so much, so much. They were like laughing all over the place, like, my God, how amazing was that? Then they were returning from one side of the carnival to the main gate so that they can go out of this area. And one of their friend also was coming from another side. They said, how was it for you? Their friend said that it was horrible, horrible, horrible. I went to this hammer thing and I strike and it just whole thing fell apart. Can you believe that? How horrible is this? They were like looking at each other. Then we went to this water sports, and there was almost no water, just knee deep. They again were like, oh. And then we went to this giant wheel, and it got stuck in the like, I almost died actually. And then they started crying. Oh my God, we thought that we enjoyed actually. It was a horrible experience. Beloved, there is something very deep I'm trying to say to all of you right now. Nobody else is deciding, is it horrible or is it joyful? Nobody else can decide. You can declare you are the being. Or you can be peaceful, beyond horrible, and the opposite version of it. I forgot what was the name. Who cares to remember what was the name? Beyond both, beyond the opposite experiences, the being that you are, peaceful but excited, not peaceful like dead, no, not peaceful like okay, waiting to die, peacefully waiting to die, so that it can be R.I.P. Not R.I.P. already, very excited. It's a dancing peace, not a dead peace. Dead peace is what we are trying to use to be free from that disturbances created by mind and like this, which is kind of okay. Like no, the peace of our being is united, uninterrupted, undisturbed, but supremely excited. It is pure aliveness. It is life. Not dancing, but ready to dance any moment. No? Like that excitement, no? Not moving yet. So who is deciding how is the day today? Our psychology, collective psychology, or something else? But we can decide actually how is the day today. Does not mean that we will not do what is necessary. We do whatever is necessary, whatever we feel right now. But is it necessary to be unhappy in order to remove things from our life? It's a big question, really. We must ask: do I need to be unhappy? Can I be dancing and singing and happy, and do everything of my life as necessary? No? Which version is better? No? And just sharing, beloveds, as I said, with humbleness and love in my heart for you. If it is useful for you in any way, have a look. So very, very good, no? We can sit for another few minutes, 5 minutes or something. Then we end this meeting. No? As we sit quietly, as we sit in this stillness with our agreement and not by force, as we are sitting in this stillness. It is noticed by us that there is a natural awareness of everything. Like effortless awareness is here for which is noticing. We are here as the witness, noticer, no? As someone who is noticing or something who is noticing, no? Without effort, of course. Without effort, basically, the effortless awareness is also choiceless awareness. Choiceless means it doesn't have a desire that I want to look at this, or I want to know this. So we are just sitting still. Basically means that without any desire, no? Just sitting still without any desire. Then what is seen is truth as it is by that effortless awareness, no? which is which is which is our aspect, no? Inseparable aspect. No? Another aspect is joy, no? Joyfully sitting, effortlessly aware, eternally true. We are eternally true also. Truth. No? Allow yourself to enjoy this for a few moments. No? We sit like this. Very, very nice. Thank you for joining today. Thank you.